This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon, where our brethren from different parts of Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming greet you. Come get to know all of our brethren from the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon and explore our activities, experiences, and sceneries. This is Oregon.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon. Thanks for joining us today. We're glad to have you and spending your 30 minutes with us here on our program today. And we're hoping that you had a good morning or you're having a good afternoon and a good evening. And we have a wonderful topic to share with you today. And the topic is building your confidence. And we hope that our topic today will help you out, in the future or even what you're doing currently. And please do enjoy our program today. And so in our live chat, send your greetings and let us know what local congregation you're from or group worship service. We'd love to know that. And send your birthday or anniversary greetings there as well. And we would love to read your comments in from the live chat. So the question is, what has helped you build your self-confidence? That's one question. The second question is, what are the things you want to become more confident in? And so we'd love to hear your feedback regarding our live question today, our topic today. So help me out today and we'll read them later on in our program. And so our topic is building your confidence. And you are always, you're always being told to be more confident, whether you're speaking in front of others, an audience, or making new friends, or just your overall self-confidence. However, having confidence can make it easier to say or do. It's simply said and it's harder to do, right? So there are simple things to help you build confidence. And so we'd like to help you out on this program today. But before we go on with our topic, let me just share with you the meaning of confidence. So the meaning is feeling sure of yourself and your abilities, not in an arrogant way, but in a realistic, secure way. It is not a feeling of superior to others. It's actually a quiet inner knowledge that you are capable of. And to be self-confident, one must trust in oneself and their ability to engage with each other or those around them, and even in your work as well or in school. So let me just talk about some tips that will help you out with self-confidence. I know we hear that a lot, right? And so we'd like to talk about that. And I'm hoping to hear some feedback there in our live chat. And so I believe let's wait for those. And so tips to help build your self confidence. Sometimes we have negative thoughts. So in for that, but how about let's replace them with positive thoughts. Okay. And so things like acknowledge your thoughts and then think about what you do well. List three good things about yourself. Another is if you're having trouble thinking of some for yourself, try listing some for a close friend or a family member that you appreciate. So, those are little tidbits that we'd like to help you replace all those negative thoughts about yourself. So that way you can gain your self confidence. And just letting you know that confidence is not really built in you. These are things that you gradually work on so that someday you'll be confident in other things that you may be interested in. Okay. And so you can also set realistic goals, simple ones that you feel that you can accomplish them easily. And so just be realistic in terms of what you're doing when you want to reach your goals. Take the time to relax and take care of yourself. That's important to do. That's we're talking about like self-care and making sure we're in a better mindset of ourselves, right? And then surround yourself with people that make you feel good and safe. Um, it's best that way because then you with them they can help you gain confidence as well. So I already got a message coming in from the live chat, and I'd like to read that before we continue on. And it is from Brother Richard or Brother Ricky Salino. And thank you for that, Paul. By attending worship services all the time and follow all the commandments of God to build our self-confidence. And that is so important to do because that's where we learn a lot of things and that's where we take in self-confidence for ourselves. Thank you for that, Brother Richard or Brother Ricky. Okay. Let's see. Try new things or dedicate yourself to a new skill. Building your confidence in your skill is the first great step to lifting your self confidence. With that said, we can take classes in things that may be different from your everyday work, such as say like some of us are like in accounting or in business and maybe take something in more a creative way, like taking classes in art or in music. That way, you have some kind of variety and then you can build your confidence in that too, your self-confidence. Okay, so let's see. I just wanted to go ahead and do some greetings here before we continue with some questions and answers. And we have a guest here joining us. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and turn on your camera. Okay. Just wanted to say hello to Sister Melissa Yaneza joining us from Hillsboro, Sister Tony Rose Valenzuela, all the way from Michigan, Sterling Heights. And let's see, Brother Mario Oka, all the way there from the Philippines, local of Brixtonville from the district of Caloocan North. All right, we have another answer regarding our topic today. And thank you to Sister Rose Valenzuela. For me, she says, I've tried to build my confidence by following through on what I say I would do. And that is important to do, is following through with what you're doing. And then when you accomplish them, um, that would be, it helps with your confidence as well. It helps you build that self-confidence. Then and then you can say, hey, I've accomplished that. All right. Um, more of those joining us, Sister Roel. Oh, I'm sorry, Brother Roel Katabay and Sister Rowena Katabay. I just had a continuous message coming in from them as well. Um, and then we have Sister LJ Yaneza from Hillsboro and Sister May Villanueva from Beaverton. Sister Cynthia Nash and Brother Benny, Brother Alberson McClintal, our Assistant Resident Minister from Vancouver. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so let's go on with some of the things regarding our topic discussion. And Sister May, go ahead and join us in our discussion as I go on and ask the question. So there are several things that we can do to make ourselves feel better, especially when we're building our confidence or our self-confidence. And so let's say hello to our Sister May Fanway from the District of Texas. So just want to say hello to you, Sister May. Hi.
Hello po. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Magandang umaga, magandang tanghali, at magandang gabi to all the viewers and listeners out there. Sorry, it took me a little bit longer than expected.
That's
Thank you
okay.
for having me po.
All right. I'm glad to have you here on our program today. And what's your take? Let me ask you, what's your take on confidence or self-confidence for you?
I believe po, self-confidence does start in yourself because it's self-confidence. And I
Correct.
feel like you start to build it up once you master a skill or a talent. So once you master something, confidence just comes out naturally. So that's from my experience because I used to be like really shy because I'd be doing everything, but then I wasn't really a master about something. So I was still like having a lot of self-doubt. But then when I
Mhm.
started to master like one thing after another, the confidence just started to come out like from like go on and on and on and just went up. And then also with the thing of confidence is it does I was listening to when you said like not being selfish about it or like not being
Mhm.
arrogant about it because
Right.
it's once you're not careful with that it could really come out as arrogance, but I really do believe confidence is something that makes you feel happy that you're doing it.
I
So
like
I
that.
guess yeah,
I like that,
instead of
Sister
like
May.
thank you because I feel like if you're doing it out of arrogance, you'd get a lot of like negativity out of it because you get to feel down if it doesn't happen your way. But
Yeah.
if it happens your way or not, I feel like you're still happy. At least you're confident that you know
Mhm.
what you're doing or you know what's being given to you.
Yes. So it's basically being, having the humility that you can do this, or being humble of what you're doing. And then sharing what you know is one great thing about being confident. So let me ask you, what are the things that you do to make yourself feel better?
Um, I used to hate this. I'm sorry for the negative word, but it used to always hurt me. But one thing about that is I like to ask. I like to ask what they find interesting about the things that I do, what they
Hmm.
find like intriguing, and then what
Hmm.
they found like they don't like it. Like it's not part of the whole thing. So
Yeah.
I always like to ask for feedbacks. I think that's what I'm working
Feedback.
for.
Right.
Feedbacks.
Because then I think when you receive feedback, whether they're good or not so good, you can build on that to even improve on yourself or on the things that you're doing, right?
Definitely, either good or bad. Because if it's bad, at least you know that you're not supposed to do it anymore, or you're
Right,
supposed to work on it. But if
right,
it's good, that means you keep going, keep
right.
mastering the skill, making it perfect. If there's such thing as perfect, but keep working on it. Because
Hmm.
now you know that they love it and you reach your right audience. That's your goal.
Right. Oh, I love those. Just keep working at it, and that comes in of when you're getting a feedback, whether like it's not good. So it's kind of like constructive criticism,
It
right? To
is.
make yourself
Mm-hmm.
better, right? So, okay, for me, when I'm not feeling too confident about something, I start to grab my journal, or I grab something to write, and I write things down that are good things that happened today, or it happened yesterday, or what are the good things you've done to others. And that helps you say, hey, I've done some good things. And then you can work on those, like use that as you're building your confidence. It's your little foundation that you're helping yourself first, so that way you're being able to be confident in helping others. One other thing is I take a break and just be silent. um, just be silent about things and give yourself a chance to
I
think
feel like
about.
that also helps you be humble, po. If you
Yeah.
like stop and think about it,
Hmm.
I think it helps you keep yourself together, not to go over the top.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It kind of gives you a like, it reels you in for something good about what you're doing, or about yourself. So, what what are the things that you do that help you build your confidence? I'll give you a
Um,
chance to think. Okay.
build
Um,
my confidence. Because honestly, I'm still doing that, especially after moving. Because one thing about confidence is you need to be comfortable
mhm,
about what you're doing.
mhm,
So I feel like I'm still not at the point where I'm comfortable where I am right now. So I'm still like getting to know people. So I guess that's one thing, getting to know the people around you. Well, not the audience, because I think you reach out to your audience once you've mastered it. But once you're just getting to know, then it's the people that you need to know what they like, I guess.
yeah.
What else? Yeah, practicing. Practicing is a big thing. Practicing in all kinds of ways, like by yourself, with your friends, or even just random things that would help you put yourself out there. I think that's a big thing when you're building your confidence.
Mm, good ones. Okay. When you need that extra boost of confidence, these are the things that I do. And let's see. I I receive things from friends or family, or I save photos of friendships. I save things that they've said good things about me or to me. And I actually have a folder in my computer, and I entitle it Feel Good Moments. Yeah, and I keep those and I save those. And then when there are times when maybe your day is not going great, I go to that, and I reflect on those, and it does help, and say, hey, you know what? I'm good at something. I feel
That's really
confident in having
cute.
friends. Yeah. So feel good moments. And then one other thing to build confidence is I write down accomplishments that I've done, because then like you said, like maybe you receive feedbacks, and maybe you can go back to them and say, oh, I've accomplished this. Someone said I didn't maybe do this well, but I've accomplished it. And you can use that as your building block. And so those are the other things. I want to just go to one of our live chatters and say it's from Sister Cynthia Nash, and she says, I think self-confidence starts at home and from a very young age, instilling positivity, love, and happiness to that child. And I think that's a great start for every one of us. Thank you for that, Sister Cynthia, because that's an important start. It actually does start from home, from mom and dad who helps their children and then brings it on to where they're going, as when they go to work or when they're going to school. That's something that will help them. Anything else you
Definitely.
want to add to that, Sister May?
I would totally agree to that because I used to work in an elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
and just my observation with working with these kids, that's really true because I've seen kids who do exceptional things, and looking at the parents, how they support them, I'd be like, that's why. But then I also see kids like who are so shy, who are so quiet, and you'd see why they're like that because some parents like don't even encourage them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's true. It's really a big thing. It starts at home. The nurture and nature theory in psychology, that's really true. So
Okay. Okay, so there you go. That's one thing that we can help our children. Even for those that surround us, sometimes we need to help build each other up, right? Also, okay, one more thing. We're almost down to our ending of our show, but one last question: what is something you want to become more confident in?
oh wow, well that's easy because I feel like even my friends know this. I have a I am very I have a lot of self doubt when it comes to approaching people
Mm-hmm.
because naturally I'm a very overthinker kind of person. So even though if I just observe a lot of people, the way they look at me, I'd be struggling. And like, what did I do wrong? Is there something on me? Because the way they look at me, I'm like, so that's a big thing that I really want to work on is that I need to be more confident in approaching
Mm-hmm.
people. Because
Mm-hmm.
right now, I'm still like, before I approach somebody, I need to be like building the rapport first. And it takes a long time. It's not like other people who's like, hey, nice to meet you. What's your name? I am not that person. I'm
You
like,
can be,
yeah.
Sister May, because it takes practice. Like I said, it's a gradual thing. So you can start with just even having your friends around you. Those are the ones that you're confident with, and just practice. You can do role playing. That's one thing great about it. Role playing, and that's one thing you can be more confident in. I will share that. Yes, maybe you see me here on INC Radio, but there are times that I still need to work on speaking more confidently in front of others, like an audience. That's one. I still am building on that. And one other thing is writing. Writing, articles or writing just to continue doing that. So that, okay. Thanks for sharing all of that. We're winding down to the ending part of our show today. And we appreciate everyone that's joined us in our live chat this afternoon. And so, our takeaway this afternoon is improving self confidence improves mental health and helps you feel good. Being confident opens up many doors, such as meeting new friends, meeting new people, learning a new skill, or even applying for a job, or even just taking on new challenges. Confidence is essential to help you spread your faith or even sharing your faith. So, making new friends with brethren all over the world. That's even one of those things. You meet other people from different places around the world. Also, one last tidbit before we end our show is when you have confidence or when you're building your confidence, this is one way that you can, is to also accept duties to help the church administration. That's where you can build your skills as well. So thank you very much, Sister May, and thank you very much to our brethren joining us in our live chat. Just really quickly, I have some birthday greetings. Oh, before we do that, any quick shout out greetings from you, Sister May?
Just sending my greetings to everybody here in the District of Texas and also to my family in the Philippines. I hope you guys are doing great. Stay safe. I'm praying for everybody after what happened with Mount Canlaon. So let's just sending loves to everybody.
Thank you so much, Sister May. Okay, so going on to our birthday greetings from the local congregation of Beaverton, I'd like to say happiest birthday to the following brethren. Brother Honorio Ventura, that was June 5. June 6 was Brother John Villanueva. June 10 is coming up. That's next week, Brother Sherwin Rosario. And for wedding anniversaries, I'd like to just say happy anniversary to Brother Ace and Sister Anna Ofala, June 12, from the local congregation of Beaverton. And one other couple that I wanted to also say happiest anniversary. I know it was just a few days ago, on June 6th. They are the parents of our host, Sister Geraldine Langit. They are Sister Lisa and Brother Romel Langit. They've been married for 32 beautiful years and they have beautiful daughters. And so happiest anniversary to you, Paul. And then I'd like to just say hello to our resident minister, Brother Rod Reyes, assistant resident minister, Brother Albert Macalintal, as well as our district minister, Brother Moises Cadusale, and assistant district minister, Brother Noel Caritativo. And before we actually really end our show today, I'd like to just remind our brethren on June 23, it's coming up. On June 23, we have a District International Pasugo Quiz Family Edition. So get your families ready and we'll be having our Pasugo quiz. All right, sending out a special thank you, acknowledgements to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, Brother Angelo Aranya Manalo, CFO coordinator and CEBSI CEO and president. Thank you so much, Paul, for allowing us to have INC Radio's programs like this. And we hope you're doing well. And thank you to all that's had joined us here on INC Radio. Remember to share our program link with your friends and family and subscribe to INC Radio DZEM 954 on the YouTube channel. Join us again next week on INC Radio Oregon at 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And next up is INC Radio Alaska. Have a great day, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. See you again next week. Bye, everyone.